It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the AFC North. It's the Ravens and the reigning Super Bowl champs on Thursday night primetime.
Come on, let's go.
As the weekend approaches, let's settle in and end the week right, huh? With an outstanding Thursday night contest here with the NFL on EA Sports. For the first time this season, I'm Kate Scott alongside Brock Heward up in this broadcast booth, and the long wait is over, partner. A new season officially begins tonight.
Yeah, and these are the two teams who have the honor, really the privilege of ringing in the new regular season. And I know, with how long it's been since the Super Bowl ended, any two teams would be great to watch. But as usual, well, Park Avenue and the NFL has scheduled a heck of an opener for us. And it's about time we get Week 1 underway.
Five glorious months of football about to get underway. We're all set, and away we go in a new NFL season. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And we will get a look at their sixth-year signal caller.
Kid, I really think this is one of those moments where every starting quarterback in the opener, right? A sense of gratitude. All has a smile on their face. You're one of 32 guys on the planet that get to start an NFL season, and you want to make the most of that chance.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a first down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. That's 8 yards for the gain, and that narrows it to just 5 yards needed on third down. Now looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Nice work by the defense on that drive, Brock, as it looks like they're going to get off the field here with a 3-and-out.
Yeah, kept them from generating any sort of momentum to give this drive legs. We know offenses, they've got to see the chains move to get it going, but that forcible hit knocked the ball loose.
Signals for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 27. So here come the Browns on offense, readying for their opening drive. And leading them out, one of the league's longest tenured quarterbacks.
It's the dawn of a new season, Kate, with all the promise in the world ahead of he and his squad. And this is where all that off-season planning, the reps in camp, the sweat, the blood, the tears come into play. And you really don't want to stumble out the gate. You want to be the horse who jumps to the front right away and let everybody try to chase you down.
Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Now after the play, looks like we have somebody banged up. What we hope is it's nothing major. Don't want to see a serious injury less than a quarter into the season. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And they needed more than one defender there. Powerful runner, stop for just 1 yard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. He's going to throw this one. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Setting up a throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
So it'll be another 1st and 10 for him, Brock, down at the opposing 37. Throwing off the play fake here. Caught by his back.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Back now, pressure on its way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Finds him over the middle. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the first.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The 13-year pro still doing what he does as he puts this through. And they're on the board.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Ravens offense returning to the field for their second possession. And they are really starting the season off with a banger of a contest here, Brock. A chance to measure up against a division rival, and this win could be an important one to have in hand in just a few months. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
They give it to him again. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
Catch made underneath by the back. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. Baltimore lined up in punt formation. He calls for the fair catch and has it at the 22-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Browns will go on offense. They're out and set. First and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Halfway to the marker. It's second and 5. From the 28. Dump off caught by his back. And he's brought down for a loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook. He knocked him back across the line.
Hits him on the in route. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
New set of downs for him at the 38. They'll throw it again. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Well, not what you like to see. Still just in the opening quarter of the season. And they have an injured player out there. Let's hope it's nothing major as he gets looked at. Up to the line, and they're set. First and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Oh, what a stiff arm! And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. They go play action here. Finds his man over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Back to throw. And a field goal try coming up shortly from the Browns. This is a chip shot from the left hash. So the new NFL season officially well underway as we've reached the end of the first quarter. Just 3-0 is our score. More from Cleveland coming up in just a moment. So 4th down, and out comes the field goal unit. This from the left hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And another field goal makes it 6-0 for them.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
He fields it from the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Throwing now off play action. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. A quick 3 plays, Brock, and we have arrived at 4th down just like that as he comes through with some contact to break up what looked like a catch.
Hey, guess what, Kate? These guys aren't getting paid by the down defensively. They want to get themselves off the field in as few snaps as possible, and there was no way they were letting this drive extend beyond a 3 and out.
And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Airing it out to start this drive. It is caught left side. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. finds his man. It's Godwin. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Takes off right out of the read option. Oh, he loses the football. And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
You know, Kate, I one time had a coach tell me, hey, listen, I need you to be more of an artist and not a blacksmith. I need you to create. QB here does a great job creating, trying to buy something out of nothing. Unfortunately, as the clock ran out, that ball's punched free, and he gives it away.
Baltimore running its offense out now. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback, it is an offense.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Browns will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble, then the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. They gave one away on their first drive of the season. Now it's time to get one back with a touchdown on drive number 2. Throwing now on first down. Complete over the middle. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. First down, ball at the 36. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he found a gap to take this down to the 28. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2. They're throwing it. Caught by Godwin on the slant. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll throw on first. Hauled in left side. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 17. Ravens swoop it in, and they bring him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Ravens bring an extra DB out there. 3rd down coming up. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now they're staring at 4th and long. So for the 3rd time tonight, they're going to bring him out for a field goal try. It's 44 yards here from the left hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range. He's delivering.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. We see the Ravens making their way out now. And Brock, these guys are still searching. They are still searching for their first points, but beyond that, they don't even have a first down yet.
Not even one?
No, they're still searching. I know. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Hits his running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Looking to the air here. Completed over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he stopped after running it up across the 45 to the 46. They're signaling for a stoppage here, and yep, there's a player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to see in week 1 as their medical staff heads out to check on him. From the 46, finds the in route complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This is one of those cases, Kate, where basketball and football blend together. You know, great zone defenses in basketball. You think about them through the years. They trust one another. They know where they are as defenders on that court. Same thing in coverage. When you trust one another, when you communicate, good things happen. Just like that, you suffocate a pocket because there's nowhere for the quarterback to go.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive. Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And there was nobody down there to get it. Punt hit at the 7, but continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. Here's 2nd and 5. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Pass play now. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cleveland! The Browns push their lead to 15. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
That one right down the middle. And the Browns take a 16-point lead. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Returning it from the 4. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Handoff now from the gun.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And that throw just too high for him.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Well into this first half, still struggling to find any rhythm, and that's what sacks do. That is why these defenders get paid big money when they get those sacks in the stat column, because as you're seeing today, it totally disrupts the rhythm, the continuity, and any success for an offense.
The Ravens getting ready for the punt. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. The Browns headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 4. Into traffic, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Pass play coming here. Finds him over the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 2nd down now, 7 to go. He'll throw it yet again. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll come up 1st and 10. Throwing it again here. Throwing the out route complete. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Dump off caught by his back.
Ooh, he knew he was going to pay for throwing that. I knew it from up here in the booth watching that happen. But that's an experienced quarterback. If that first primary target isn't there, make sure you find your safety valve. And that got them some yards, so taking that shot, well, it was not for nothing.
And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. Now a timeout's called, Cleveland using its second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Back now, pressure on its way. Flushed. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only 2 seconds left in the half, so on comes the field goal unit. It's from the right hash, 46 yards. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. So we've reached the half in this year's NFL kickoff game to the season. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up later this weekend around the NFL. In the early window on Sunday, one of the best happens up in Pittsburgh, a big one for the Steelers, as they'll square off against the Cincinnati Bengals. In the late afternoon games, it'll be loud in Kansas City, that's for sure, as it'll be the Chiefs taking on the Atlanta Falcons. And finally, on Monday Night Football, they've got a good one lined up between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Browns ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Short pass brought in. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. From the 36. Caught quickly on the slant. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. From the 48. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. They'll try and throw it here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Looking for a throw here. And down he goes. The Ravens defense gets it done. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. He'll throw it. He puts some power on a deep one left. He's got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Cleveland. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
That one splits the uprights. And the Browns grow their lead yet again. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Starting from the 5. And look at this return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Ravens trotting out their offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. They'll run now on 2nd down. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, they've got a 1st down here. And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give them that 1st down. Running it after the penalty. And he's brought down after a short gain. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. The rookie from Clemson in on that stop.
There is no thought needed from him. He has been doing this so long, dating back to college and high school. Those instincts, and they come at you with a capital I. Identify that run, fire downhill, and get home in the backfield before that play could get started.
And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And you know this firsthand, partner. You get above that 300 mark, you and your offense are going to have plenty of highlights to choose from by this point in the game. We're getting a look at some of them now. You just got to marvel at how well he's played the quarterback position here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw now. It is cut left side. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Connecting on the slant. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. They'll run here on 1st down. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Here's a throw. Caught by Godwin on the slant. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. To the line we go. They're set. 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Let's be real clear. There is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they made adjustments. They're incorporating a variety of different looks and blitzes, and it just seems like, Kate, constantly they are a step ahead of whatever this offense is trying to do to protect this quarterback.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Give him 4 yards on the carry. Gets him some yards back, but still 3rd and 9 upcoming. He's dropping back to throw. And this is down all the way to the 3. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Another chance for him. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Browns piling onto the scoreboard yet again. Took a couple of runs into that wall before they finally punched it across for the score.
Well, that defensive front, you know they were dialed up to make a stand, but it was going to be a challenge to make another 2 stops even after that one. That crack formed in the wall, and it burst through for a touchdown.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Browns continue piling onto this lead. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Has this at the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. Now this offense ready to head back out. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Taking a look at that scoreboard, and you just can't backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. I've had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Right side, quick pass, complete. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. They'll throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Their punter making his way out now. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
On first down, they'll run. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's Browns football to start the 4th in what's been a one-sided game in their favor. Second down now, 7 to go. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he's going to get this to the 29 before he stopped. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Caught by his back. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Give him 13 on that play. And that gives the Browns a first. Working inside the red zone. Working the sideline. Oh, he got it. Drug the feet. That's a catch.
That one came with a higher degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch while staying in bounds.
He's got it! And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bull...
And he will score. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns throwing 6 more on the blowout. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns tack on 7 more to their lead. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. This offense making its way back out now. And with this loss already assured, they at least want to find some points and avoid being shut out. To the air now on 1st and 10. All in left side. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Here's 2nd and 2. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Five men in the secondary for the Browns. 3rd down coming. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hits his running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 41. Chased out to his right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
Boy, this defensive crew is locked in that O-line's head. They are a-spinning. Back-to-back sacks has this offense on skates, and those blockers can't figure out where this rush is coming from next.
Punt team on the field. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just one.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defense linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Another carry for him. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. We're giving him 4 yards that time. It's going to be 4th down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
The Browns are lining up to punt. And no doubt he wants to get his season started with a good one here. And that fair catch brought in just beyond the 30-yard line. So no return on that punt. And the Ravens will go on offense. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finds the in route complete. And he'll get it up to the 44. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Dropping back to throw. Completed to his running back. And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
We'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing from the gun. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, they've got a first down here. He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. Still sticking with the passing game. Finds him on the slant. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Ravens hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. They'll throw it again. He's got him. That's McMillan. And he'll go down here at the 16. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 16. This one's caught. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. He'll throw it yet again. Finds his back complete. And he almost gets to the 5. He goes out at the 6. It's 2nd and goal. Throwing now from the gun. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Back to throw. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
I'll tell you this, Kate, that's where you got to be on the same page with one another and get both ends of the play right to execute both the protection and ultimately completing that ball. They certainly want that play call back.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And Brock, I'd say that's more of a moral victory than something that's really going to affect the deficit much.
After I'd imagine dozens of kicks into that net on the sideline staying warm, Kate, he finally gets his chance to knock a field goal through the uprights. And of course, he wasn't going to whiff on that opportunity.
Man, he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
So the Browns come away with the win. And they're no doubt happy to get their season off on the right track and claim the first victory of this new campaign. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Browns, as with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.